So Savage Squad versus Who Cares. We're kicking off on a first round. I don't think anyone yet so far played in defense with Artie. So we will see how will that go, because I expect really aggressive play by Who Cares based on that. Of course, Savage Squad will try to make a trap exactly because of that and lure Who Cares in some positions where they can shoot them by multiple guns. Now we have again a defense by them playing with two STRVs. Raven and Dani are playing it. So they're making a crossfire from A5 and B1. This is something we've seen before, just without Artie.
Yeah, I want to see what the GC can actually achieve in this. He already got a connection on towards Haludo in that Bachat, who has lost his commander. So that's not that great, especially because he's probably not going to be running a medkit. In the meantime, Pure is already pushing through the middle, and he's taking a lot of damage for this, but he has taken the position at the rock.
Pure Dakingi, or now changed to Pure Love Dory or something like that. Is that like that fishy Dory? And he's already pushing so he can get the proxy position. Also, it should be an Artie safe. Yeah, you can splash him for 13 through the rock, but it doesn't really count and it's not worthwhile. So
look at the crew damage already, though. Andre lost his gunner and Halu lost his commander.
I wonder, do they have medics? If
Probably
they don't,
not.
oh my god,
And
Lucky Blast losing
lost his commander. He has a medkit,
He has
though.
a medic. Smart boy. Better to have it than not in this matches. Really, I've seen so many budgets without commanders. It's not fun anymore. It's like a crippled tank.
Yeah, but Who Cares pushed up a little bit around the map.
It also.
Oh, Halu has it also. Okay, wonder what he was waiting for then to use it.
Oh, this is nasty.
I don't remember if there's anybody there.
I don't, but if he connects, if there's
there is somebody there.
Lucky Blast.
Pure is taking more damage now, even more. That's K1 clipping him from the side, and Dani coming in with the finish. Gremek in the meantime pushing through the middle as well, trying to catch out K1, but he already did more than enough because Pure's dead. Halu dropping over the top. Sk is being removed from the game, but he was already on reloads. It doesn't really matter as the damage is now coming in significantly from Savage Squad. Latenster, though, in the meantime, dropped towards the one-shot. Halu now continuing, trying to get Luti Pavlo out of that position, but Raven is still covering from the backlines as well. He gets spotted out. He needs to be careful now, but Savage Squad right now is doing a lot of damage, and they're actually making this work.
Savage Squad, even with that gun less they have playing with Artie, are already almost 2 KHP up. This looks almost like that Kazna push yesterday we saw, and Kazna managed to turn it back, really magnificent in their favor. But now, being stuck, that will definitely not work in Who Cares' favor as Andre falls to Luti Pavlo. Alpha will kick in effect because every guy who is hiding behind the building, he will be a potential easy target for him. And these guys are really running low on number of the guns. Now we have 4 guns from Who Cares against 4 guns from Savage Squad plus an Artie.
Yeah, Freedom's going to go down here against Senti, though, but in the meantime, Luti Pavlo in the 5A picks up his triple, removing another gun from the side of Who Cares, holding on to that position, and that leaves entire Eastern control back towards Savage Squad. Luti Pavlo's in a strong position, and they still have double STRV. The downside here for Savage Squad is they have no bats left, no rotations.
Yeah, no rotations, no clipping potential, so they need to chip some damage. Point being, they need to spot someone of Who Cares incoming so STRV can connect, so Artie can connect, and that's the only way to win it. Raven and Dani can cover each other well. Raven can cover Luti Pavlo well also.
Yeah, Raven and Dani have a significant crossfire between the two of them. Now the question is how Who Cares will approach this one, because I don't really see an opening in this defense. They're going to trade everywhere they go.
Yeah, we've seen yesterday how Kazna managed to win it, but it was in this moment already 3 against 2, and they played it magnificent. Lucky Blast is going up the hill here, but what will that gain him, honestly? Like, he will not have a clear shot on VZ, and Artie will definitely have a clear shot on him.
That's the thing. If he goes to the top of that hill, there's that Conqueror GC from Alpha that can rain down on towards his position. He is holding the shot. No blind fire. Looks to be currently aiming towards Senti's position even. Wonder if he's going to try and blind shot or just make sure he has the shell available if it comes down to it. And he does blind fire, and he does find a connection as well on towards that TVP. The blind fire is significant. He was about 500. Now he's on a 122 HP. Luti Pavlo gets spotted out in the meantime. He sees Lucky Blast in return, though. And this is not a fight Lucky Blast can take neither.
No, Lutipalo is here in a cooldown. Alpha of VZs is often above the average. Like, that's something I noticed playing it. It's really rarely below. RNG is almost always plus 25%. So if he connects on Lucky Blast will again be also on one shot for anyone. And Artie is pre-aiming and watching him. So now we have Micmac rotating. He's going down. Maybe he will try to YOLO Lutipavlo and hope that Raven doesn't see him before that and shoots him down.
If he does that, though, Alpha will not hesitate to take both Lutipavlo and Micmac out of the game if it comes down to that.
If it comes to that, it's going to be a worthy trade, I would say.
Yeah, Micmac's now starting to make his approach along the eastern side slowly. Want to see if he continues here or he stops. Just going to wait for now.
What are you waiting for?
Probably for Lucky Blast to take the upper position.
Take upper position and get shot by Artie. Давай.
Well, there needs to be some sort of trigger here for the side of Who Cares because the time is starting to run out. They have 3 minutes and 40 seconds left at this moment in time. Lucky Blast now making his way forward. Perhaps trying to bait Artie even.
Sent is already also positioned, so they are excluding Dani from the game and trying to work everything on upper cap. Take out Lutipavlo, maybe make Raven go down or just lose the spot and trigger the cap and hope for the best. But still, this play, this kind of late, plus having an Artie, let's see will Artie connect something. STRV connected already.
STRV connected, Lutipavlo did as well. Micmac and Santi coming together to make that kill. Can already find something because Alpha still has that shot available. The question is, what is he aiming for? Who does he want to connect on? He's looking towards Micmac. He might be able to splash. He lets off a shot. No, Micmac survives on 90 HP, but still, Who Cares? Combined have only 746 HP. Lucky Blast, be careful.
Like, this is not even a joke anymore. I mean, STRV, yeah, they are not rotation potential, but they don't have to. All they need to do is trench up and watch these positions. And if Who Cares decides to cap, maybe, and try to pressure them like that, okay, they're gonna say, we're just gonna YOLO one of the STRVs and Artie will fire.
Micmac grabbing a reload in the meantime. Does Who Cares really stand a chance against double STRV and Artie? Because I feel like this is over.
If you had all the time in the world, you could say there is a potential chance. What are they gonna do in 2 minutes?
Gonna start the cap.
Start the cap. So we already know what is the response of Savage Squad. Only thing they need to do, pre-aim with one STRV while the other is driving. And they can even afford to blind fire with Artie in the meantime.
Alpha lets off a connection towards that hull down on the cap, but doesn't find anything. That also gives them the intel that they are sitting somewhere open in the cap. Dani's now starting to make his way up, and with 1 minute and 45 seconds, if either one of these guys goes down, it will be all over. Dani does get spotted out now. So there's that. Santi might get a clip on towards him, but no, Raven picks him up. Lucky Blast is now spotted as well. He should be getting connected soon. Dani going into siege mode. There's the first connection. Now they're starting to clip on towards Dani's position, but Lucky Blast should go down for this. No, Dani misses, but Alpha comes in, picks up Micmac. Lucky Blast, the last remaining tank for Who Cares. And the strategy with Artie actually working out for the side of Savage Squad.
Well, it worked. It worked this time. Dani a bit in a panic there when he fired that last shot. There was no need for him to miss. But still, a win is a win. Raven is 100% HP. And there is nothing, and absolutely nothing Lucky Blast can do to win this match anymore. 60 seconds to go and less. He can play Ring Around the Roses, but it doesn't really matter because he's on attacking side.
It doesn't even matter because Alpha's about to come off reload in the GC, or Raven will pick it up. The shot does not connect from Artie, but Raven doesn't take another opportunity and he picks him up. Mojo, I swear, it looks worse than I imagined.
This is really cool. You can always go to the first one I showed you.
There's
always a choice. Choices are allowed in this kind of games, you know?
Now my head looks massive.
It's totally not massive. Oh, there is a joke about it, but we are going to say it after the stream. Never mind about that. It does go well with your time, man.
Yeah. It glitters. Shining like a star. Thanks, production. Round MVP, Raven, coming out with 3.8k damage. He did very well from that position.
Yeah, this is what you expect from STRV in such positions, to survive, to do the damage all the time, to not miss the shots, and he didn't. The crucial shot was the last one on Senti, I believe, but he did also while the tanks were
Yeah, when
approaching.
they were pushing, he did a ton of
So
damage.
standard, well, and there is nothing special that Who Cares did. We saw when Utopia was playing a match yesterday, they were blind shooting a lot. They almost brought a tank down, like almost entire HP. There was nothing of such attempt here by Who Cares. They were just playing it, hoping something will happen.
Afraid of Artie, perhaps, and Artie did do some damage, some blind shots as well. So the GC working out, fear factor coming into effect. Sometimes, you know, bringing it is more effective than actually shooting with it.
I kind of have a feeling they would have a better time just pushing down or something like that than what they try to play here.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would have worked, though, to be honest. Like, I don't know. It was an interesting strategy from Savage Squad, but like the all-in rush in the beginning might have actually worked out, like you said. Now, on their defense, though, no Artie.
Attack by Savage Squad now. Defense by Who Cares. Rather standard setup that we see with a lot of autoloaders, fast tanks, nothing really specific, and one heavy as far as I saw.
Yeah, double TVP, 5A. Just an all-around defense on the side of Savage, though. Double I7, something we saw from Ding, but then with one TVP instead of 5 bats.
Double TVP is not something you always see, but in this case they can because they're not using STRV. So nothing on such an elevated position. On the other side, Savage Squad playing with double I7. I've seen several attempts by many teams trying to play with those I7s, and honestly, none of them made it work really well.
Dani on the crossing, though, he gets struck, he gets held. Dani might go down for this, and he does! The double TVP comes into effect, and Dani felt the pain. Dani can now focus on commanding his troops because he's not going to be playing this round anymore.
I must ask, what kind of play was that? Oh yes, enemy team has 2 TVPs. Yes, they reload in 20-something seconds. Okay, I'm gonna run over the open field and just check, are they there where they're supposed to be? Oh, yes, they are.
He's just amazed by the size of the hat, Mojo.
Yeah, he's watching the stream all the time, and now he cannot focus anymore. It glitters in his eyes too much. Mikmek is now in trenched up position. Who Cares? Pretty much secured this round already, but we need to see. Maybe Savage Squad has some kind of vicious comeback in a play. Dani, yeah, he has a lot of time to think what to do now.
I mean, that's the one opportunity, though. You know, that he can think about the moves. But now the TVP repositioned to A5, and Senti will reposition to A1 area. And this is going to be hard for Savage Squad. One gun down already, and just defensive positions all around from Who Cares. Like, what is an opening here?
Well, when you start a game with the gun in 60 seconds, we've seen like maybe Oops turning a game around like that, but I'm not sure in this case. A lot of tanks positioned down by Who Cares, but of course, Savage Squad cannot know it. They can try and push the upper part to take out the Pure in his heavy and pressure that side with that cap, because pretty much that's the only option I think they would have here. The other one would just to go and gather their forces unspotted and push down, but it's too late for that because they have I7s already positioned here to soak up the damage when the push starts.
It's going to be hard to even dig out Pure, to be honest, in that position behind that rock. One tank down. They're starting to blind fire towards the position of Lucky Blast and Senti. No connections so far. Taking taking notes from Utopia, but Lucky Blast is sitting really safe.
Lucky Blast was watching a match yesterday. He was like, no, I'm not gonna get shot. I'm just gonna wait. Smart decision. Never seen 2 TVPs in this position, honestly. Usually 1 max.
I've seen double STRV yesterday.
Really slow games here by these two. Trying to tacticize a lot, but it does smell like this is just gonna end in 1-1. No matter what. Sky One and Luti Paolo with those I7s, unless there is some criminal shooting from Who Cares once they start that push. There is no way to turn around the game. But if they manage to soak up the damage, as I said, and bounce a lot of shells, drop some of the 2 tanks that are up, namely if they drop Mikmek in his Bachat in pointed position, and then Pure, then they would have a chance to do something about his game.
Latencer is now starting to reposition towards the 1-2 line. Though he has support of Freedom in his bot, so that's double bot over there. Who Cares still has Andre and Gremek both holding that position. We need to see what the play is going to be of these IS-7s. We saw when Ding used it, they pushed them towards E4, and it worked out magnificently. But I don't know if it's like going to work for Savage with one. Ooh, nice connection there, Latencer.
Nice blind on Gremek here. He got spotted and he just pressed mouse 1 in the best judge direction. And it was the best direction he could pick because he did a shot, although he doesn't know it. I7s in that position definitely can work, but it needs to be a cohesion with the rest of the team. As I said, like already, they position I7s in completely different style. So this position, as they have it, is for a kind of a frontal push, when you want to just to cross and go head on to the enemy. Not that kind of tactical play that Ding performed.
Well, it does look like SK1 is slowly starting to edge his way forward as well. Luti Pavlos playing the top ramp, trying to spot up Mikmak, but there's just nobody that can do the damage towards that position. SK1 still going around though. Want to see if he's going to push through the middle, Mojo.
Finally, he's going to try to play something with his cooldown there. I wonder can TVPs even connect him there. Not yet, probably until he peaks. And he's trying to find who is where exactly from Who Cares team. But they have nothing to do. They are defending. They don't have to move. They're just going to wait for some kind of reaction by Savage Squad because so far we've seen none except Dani's magnificent spotting. 4 minutes and 50 seconds till the end of the game. Yes, time is ticking, guys, and you are doing absolutely nothing.
Well, SK1 looks... He wants to go for it. Alpha, in the meantime, peeking on the top, though, losing a ton of damage for that. Drops to about 713 HP. Luti Pavlo is still looking from there as well. Alpha taking that initial clip. It was TVPs and also Halu. Took a lot of damage for that.
Well, Alpha was supposed to peak after the I7s dig up some damage, but he kind of messed up the order of that. So a lot of waiting again, down to the 4 minutes. Another 1k HP lost here for Savage Squad. Not really a greatest idea what to do. Again, blind shooting, that means again they're not going to push for next 30-40 seconds. Bachat in completely different fashion, pushing 1-2 line on solo, managing to spot there is 2 tanks down. So at least they have some info. If they have any kind of plan, they should use it now.
Latencer and Freedom did make their way through 1-2 line. Latencer took the pain for that. Freedom edging forward. But what is the play here for Savage Squad? Because right now they're just bleeding HP everywhere.
They need to gather and push one spot. There is nothing else left for them to do. It's too little of time. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, really, guys. I mean, none of these teams plays Cliff best, but this much of undecisiveness is really too much.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, what are they going to wait for? Like, what are they going to wait for? Like, what is the trigger? Like, they have taken 1-2 line control. What needs to happen now?
I literally can't see what they're waiting for. Okay, they're finally gathering the forces, and it's gonna be a frontal full YOLO, as we said from the start. After a lot of blind shooting, after a lot of thinking, they just came to what was their initial plan, I believe. And it's gonna be a full-out brawl that's gonna happen in this. So they hope they will manage to take enough guns away from Who Cares before the guys from the lower part come in. And Mikmak is taking the brunt of the damage in start already.
Mikmak already dropping up and over. Takes a lot of damage for that. Like you said, 419 remains on him. SK1 making his way forward. He's getting shot down in the meantime by Halu picking up. But Halu, that's 447 remaining for him. Luti Pavlo now making his way across. He wants Mikmak out of this game. Coming in for the ram. Coming in with the shot as well. The TVP is now starting to clip on towards his position, though. He needs to hold on. He needs to survive. In the meantime, the counterplay from Who Cares in the 1-2 line. Lucky Blast gets spotted out, and he goes immediately down. That is Raven picking him up. And this 1-2 line push, I don't know if Who Cares can really pull this off.
Who Cares actually needs to really be careful now because, yes, they are higher on HP, but they lost a lot of positions. If Savage Squad actually had Dani in a game, this might actually be a complete victory for them. Like this is still undecided because we have Pure on 100% HP, also Andre and Senti. Losing that TVP, and I would say TVPs missed a lot of shots when the push came in, is critical. So we said the only scenario where Savage Squad can come back in a game if there is a lot of misses coming in from Who Cares side and those I7s survive and apply damage. That's exactly what happened in this moment.
Savage Squad has complete control over the upper side. Only Pure is in a position to challenge that. Freedom spots up both Gremek and Andre, which is really crucial because they know there's 2 bad shots out of the fight there. In the meantime, Alpha and Raven. Raven is a full HP TVP pretty much. are starting to push around the eastern side. If they can remove Pure from the game, that will close out Who Cares' position on this upper side. They will have nothing left if he dies.
True. And that will be a huge problem because then they can cap within 30 plus seconds, which is probably their last gambit they have at hand because they cannot kill all Who Cares guys. They don't simply have time.
Well, here we come. Raven, Alpha, Luti Pavlo from the side. Pure is in a lot of trouble. He gets focused from every single side. Raven coming in with the double. And that leaves Andre and Gremek to push 1-2 line. Freedom spots it out immediately, though. K1 is pushing on towards Santi's position. He gets Halu in the meantime. Santi is in trouble here as well because Freedom's starting to clip from the side. Savage Squad, even one gun down, are making this work. Santi in the TVP fares no better than Lucky Blast did, and he's down and out. Andre Gremek, the last two standing, and yes, Savage Squad team is low all around, but they have the triple cap going on, and Who Cares has nothing left to really challenge this.
Unbelievable how big throw this is for Who Cares, maybe even a match worthwhile throw. Savage Squad actually managed to find a weak spot here. Andre managed to kill Freedom. It doesn't matter, the cap is going on, and he doesn't have shells to do anything about it.
With 3 seconds left, Savage Squad managed to cap out. That was party.
We're so dandy, man.
Mate, honestly, like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I have mixed emotions. Like, one part of me, real men can wear pink ducky. Thanks, dude. Thanks, that's appreciated. I need to be careful with like nodding my head because I feel like it's gonna fall off.
Nah, it's stuck there quite well, I can tell you.
Thanks, Mojo. I tipped my fedora to you, dude. Thank God it's not a fedora. That would have been even worse, actually.
Sky1 and Luti Pavlo doing about 2.5k damage. I wonder how much they have blocked, actually, because there was a lot of misses coming in from the TVPs.
Yeah.
Luti survived far, far more than he was supposed to. And they actually managed to bring the game back just because Who Cares was so passive they didn't control the battlefield anymore.
Micmac left that hold-down position for some reason. I don't understand why he did that, but that allowed them to kill him quickly. And when he died, that just leaves not a lot of control.
It's not only that, like he didn't have most of the clip using it God knows where. Like it's not even when he was clipping before. So, I don't know, badly played position and the cascade of errors coming in from the Who Cares side. Really passive play, too much positioning from the lower side of the battlefield, ignoring the upper one completely. And it costed them a game, Like the entire good work on the start of the game, pretty much one map already, just thrown away for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, man. My head almost lifted up from the surprise, elevated. I can't, like, this is 2 more matches, dude. Like,
next we should buy you a pink baseball hat.
Maybe like a pink jacket as well. You know what I mean?
And gloves.
Oof.
Oof. So
Oof.
Prince.
Man, like, it's okay. What?
Nothing.
And now we're going on to San River, though, between Savage Squad and Who Cares. And Savage currently up 2-0. It's a very big thing already. If they can pick up at least 1 round on San River, 3-1, maybe even 2-4-0. You never know, Mojo. After yesterday, anything can happen.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of turnovers, especially between these two when they play, honestly, because last time they had a tiebreaker, 5-4, in favor of Who Cares. So it went like 2-0 one side, 2-0 other side, 2-0 one side, 2-0 other side, and all the way till the end of the games like that. Now we're gonna watch Sand River. This is a map that should favor again Savage Squad by the all stats percentages, even by the number of the games played. And they are playing in attack here, while Who Cares, the blue guys, are defending. Now we've seen a lot of progression in this map. Thank God they're not trying to climb Patton up on that elevated position, because usually when you get rushed, you just lose it before you he even gets up.
Well, Savage Squad is one of the few teams that likes running this artillery piece. Danny gonna be in that one, and need to see if he can make that work. In the meantime, we have a triple hit squad for Who Cares, taking control of the north. Danny already coming out with a shot, doing some damage. Some is better than none in his case, because he needs to work for an entire match anyways.
I wonder who has him in fantasy team, and after watching the plays like this. But Danny here with 261, this is a kind of a tactic that Rush actually developed for the CIS region, and they almost made it work, almost being the critical factor. I think they were playing it against Tornado, so it was rather tight and close match.
There's only one big issue here for the side of Savage Squad, and it's that Alpha did not make it up on the climb yet. He doesn't have much time to even do it anymore. Finally, he makes it, but he gets spotted out. Can he make it up, though, before he gets clipped out? That we need to see that. The shot's coming out already. Alpha is forced to drop off, and that is disastrous even, because on that attack, you really need that position.
I don't know why wasn't he. Did he fail the climb?
He
before?
failed the climb, yeah.
Oh, that's a big mistake. This is not the hardest climb in the game, honestly. So now they don't have any kind of coverage from the other side. They don't even have a spot on the one line. Who cares? Could utilize that and do a massive push from that side. They chose not to. They chose to just play and control the map. I don't know what good will it bring them because they're playing against Arty. When you play against Arty, you should honestly really do something about it while you can. And while your players are alive and not on half HP like Gremek.
Danny doing more and more damage in that artillery piece, already starting to make it work. Yes, they don't have the F1 position, but I feel Who Cares made a mistake there by not capitalizing on it, by closing the distance.
Yeah, I thought they will just, when they saw Alpha fall, maybe do a kind of closer approach with all of the tanks, pin down Savage Squad because they wouldn't have really great positions anymore. And now they're exposing themselves just to RT all over again.
These IS-7s in the middle, like Who Cares taking this position? It seems like a good idea, but in reality, you expose yourself to RT the entire time, because especially now with SK1 and Luti Pavlo reaching the middle. Yes, Lucky. Whoa, that's a nice connection from SK1 on towards that turret. A very low roll, 386.
It's a miracle he even penned it, I would say. So it's fine. I would say he's happy with the result. Will Arty connect? Yeah, there is a splash on Lucky Blast. 3 minutes and Arty is actually paying off so far. Alpha is the only one who took any damage from Savage Squad while he was trying to climb up. And he doesn't even have any two anymore. Like, they're successfully lowering the HP of Who Cares. So when you play with Arty's guys now, since all that patch nerfs and so on, the point of Arty is always tactical, just to grind the damage away over time. There will be no one-shots like before.
No. But now, Gremek getting spotted out. Luti Pavlo does take a shot in return for that. One needs to see if Danny can connect another one on towards Gremek. Only 65 this time, but it's damage over time. You know, it starts to add up. If he can make these IS-7s low, they're already, you know, one of them's already half HP. If he can make them even lower than they are right now, that leaves Who Cares with a lot of exposed positions.
Yeah, the critical part is only they need to keep their own budgets really healthy, because Who Cares does have 4 budgets on 100% HP, and they have something to work with in that regard. Latency is triggering the cap, the lower number 1 cap. When you take an Arty, this is the most normal play. It's always evolving around this cap. So what Who Cares wanted to do when they approached the I-7s on the middle is to cut off the lines of Savage Squad and maybe do some side damage, but I don't understand why they didn't progress with the rest of the tanks then.
These I-7s still trying to hide from Arty's K1, just peeking on the turret, spotting out Pure. Danny repositioning his aim now. There is the rock in the way. He can reposition if he wants to.
The problem is if he goes lower with Arty, he will not have good angles to shoot. That's the problem. Like when you're shooting with Arty from a lower altitude, especially with Arty like 261 to a higher one, you simply have no good angles to shoot anything. And direct shot for 245. Oh dear God.
Because these IS-7s are forced to go and spot the cap. That's the issue for the side of Who Cares. Halu now repositioning as well. Luti Pavlo in the meantime covering the crossing. This is working out well for Savage Squad.
So far so good. So far so good, said the guy falling down. We will see what will happen once actually Who Cares gathers up the forces. If they manage to catch Savage Squad guys dispersed like this, they could actually eat them alive, because Arty can fire only on specific angles and once in a while. But if you have 4 or 5 guns shooting one tank, you can do quite a lot. Or this is a bit better shot on I-7 still. Too much reluctant play by Who Cares. They're just giving too much, in my eyes, to Savage Squad.
Giving a lot of HP towards the side of Savage Squad. These IS-7s won't be alive forever in the middle area. Latency will re-trigger the cap. There we go. Cap is on again. Force these IS-7s to peek. Force them to be spotted. SK1 does take a shot of damage, but it is not significant. The HP is even right now. Savage Squad needs to lower a little bit more to actually be able to make a play, but they're doing very well as it is.
4 minutes to go. This is the only problem with such plays. Who Cares still has a lot of HP. They cannot be just annihilated by Savage Squad. So again, like in the last game, unless they make some mistake, Savage Squad still does not have a game at hand.
Well, Pure peeks over now. He does not spot out Latencer, who's repositioned to a more safe area. Danny's about to come off reload right now in that 261. Let's see, he's aiming for Pure. Lining up the shot. Lets it go. And again, 244. Pure's now down to 897 HP.
It's unbelievable that all these shots haven't damaged a single crew member yet, and he would not have anything to do against it. He has no medic. So all the shots he took, no crew members.
Yeah, that's really surprising. Usually when Artie hits me, it knocks out 2 out of my 3 crew members.
Luckily i7 has a bit more, but still. There we go, he's now effectively on one shot, and that commander, we called it, man. Ooh, Sky1 here, taking some damage. 3 minutes to go. Let's not forget that Savage Squad has only 3 batshots they can effectively push with. i7s can just support them, and STRV. A double pressure on a cap now. Both Raven and Latencer are in. Raven is hoping to soak up some damage and to just give some room to Latencer to effectively cap. RT trying to zero in on Pure here.
Ooh, Halo in the meantime is starting to make a play on the eastern side. Andre getting wrecked for that crossing. A lot of damage being done in return though towards Alpha as well. And Luti Pavlo in that 5A. Raven needs to be careful in that STRV as well. He can't withstand this forever. They have 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. He is trying to connect with that pattern, but this is not something Raven can really go for.
2 minutes to go and 15 seconds, 2 minutes on cap, and there is a connection, as you called it, on Lucky Blast. Now Lucky Blast is on one shot also, same as Pure. RT, if he manages to take out any of them, that would be a critical in this moment, because Savage Squad needs to push them either away from the cap or fight for it immediately.
Well, here we go though. Latencer and Freedom are starting to make their way through the zero line. Those 2 batshots trying to catch up Micmac, and he might be a little bit overextended. He's going to go down for this. Latencer picks it up, and he's still alive, which is the most important factor for this. Luti Pavlo and Sk1 in the meantime starting to push up over there as well. Lucky Blast needs to be careful because he's low HP. Gremek and Pure, the king, are in trouble in those IS-7s. Luti Pavlo's now going to peek up, get the kill. That's 2 tanks down for the side of Who Cares. The HP is still even, but the guns, Mojo, the guns in the game is super vital.
5 guys for Who Cares remaining. Latencer is dead for Savage Squad. Now Alpha is getting zeroed in by Halo, and I don't like this kind of play by Savage Squad now. It does look to me they're actually throwing it at the moment, because time is ticking away. There is only 75 seconds to go, and now with Alpha down, Danny should have just played like a tank destroyer. I have no idea why he tried to run away.
4 tanks left now for the side of Savage Squad, and like you said, it's starting to fall to pieces. Andre on the crossing might take one from Sk1. Nope, he misses. They still have the cap going, but with Artie dead, Alpha dead, and K-Line control lost, how are they going to make this work? Luti Pavlo does find a big connection on towards Santi, and another one coming in, but he is in trouble himself in that 5A as Santi shows no mercy, picks him up. 53 seconds remain on the cap, but only 38 seconds remain on the game to be played, and Who Cares seem to just about have hold on their defense.
Raven sitting on that cap, 40 seconds to go. He will need someone's help to finish it, and that someone could be only Sky1, but so many guns from Who Cares. There is no way to win this one.
Nope, as Halu picks up Raven, that leaves K1 with a lot of HP, but a lot of tanks from Who Cares to find, and only 12 seconds to do so. He's going to go down as well before the time runs out, and that will be Who Cares picking up their first round on Sand River defense.
Well, this is going the way, hello handsome, this is going the way we thought it might. These guys are just trading the rounds. There is a possibility now Who Cares will just take Sand
Not
River.
handsome, cute, okay, Mojo? Cute.
Cutie?
No, cute.
So what, I can't like pet talk to you or something?
Just cute.
Okay, you're cute.
Thanks.
Wow.
Let's just keep it at that.
That sounded wrong. Danny doing a lot of
Wow.
damage, 3.2k. But in all honesty, there is some critical moment I've never seen our guys on server do, European guys. That RT also can be used as one more tool, a capping tool. Like when the time is running out, instead of trying to grind that last damage with RT, you can just YOLO the cap. Position, it's a huge RT, you can park a guy behind and create crossfire with everyone else. And sacrifice RT like that.
That is one significant thing, and then the other one, I guess, is the fact that Alpha didn't make it on the climb. If Alpha made it up, Halu never got to make a play in that round. He could have maybe got some connection on the IS-7s if they peaked too far. Like, not having that climb is really important.
Not only that, the moment when he tried to run away was the moment he was actually chased, shot in the back. Danny also tried to move, I don't know where with Artie. Like, if you're already in a clinch moment and you can't shoot anyone, you should just turn and try to derp it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's the only choice you have. Hiding makes no point whatsoever. So, nice beginning for Savage Squad, minus that one mistake. Okay, they grinded the tank down, but it just didn't work. And honestly, if even Who Cares didn't give them this much openings in start, they wouldn't even come this close.
Well, Who Cares gets to attack now, so let's see what they're going to be bringing. Would be surprised if they brought artillery, but you never know. No
I've never
artillery.
seen them play Arty so far, so I really don't doubt it. On attack, they're playing with STRV, VZ, and VZ. So a lot of push force there. It does look mainly like a push from the lower cap again.
Yep, it does indeed. Now, Savage Squad on their defensive side, I don't know. Like, I think they'll still be happy if this is a 1-1 map because they have the 2-0 coming into this. Now they've lost the round on their attack, but it's Sand River attack. You always kind of expect to lose that in a sense.
Yeah, lately since the teams adopted the defense better, it does mean, but look at this aggressive approach here. Immediately 3 visits from Who Cares coming to the middle of the map. And Savage Squad is actually not ready for that. They were not expecting it. They're trying to boost Raven, which is really old-fashioned defense, while these guys are taking an advantage of it, while Butchets are already pushing from the lower side of the map to create a crossfire. And they will gain a lot of foothold.
A lot of map control being taken here for the side of Who Cares. They're now approaching this dune, setting up to try and find anything, if anything at all. SK1 is over there in his 5A. Takes a bounce from Senti. He's going to go back around the corner, make sure that he's safe. But in the meantime, Gremek and Micmac are taking control over the K line. And we have seen if Raven gets spotted out in that STRV, there is crossfires that can be put in position. So Latence is going to be over here. I don't think he can just about see them. But now, Who Cares still needs to make the move, right? What is the next one that they decide to go for? Like, how do they progress in this game?
Well, there are 2 ways they can do something about. They can push Latencer away and work on Dani from the back, which would be the best play, I would say. And then pressure the 1 cap while they're keeping control with VZs on a center, because then Savage Squad will be completely Loctite. The other thing they can do is try to gather the tanks below the dune and push one side, like 5-6 guys, and try to Zerg. But that will lead them in a lot of crossfire from Savage Squad, and I don't think they should do that.
Yeah, Gremek getting spotted out in the south now. Kind of tells that there is somebody in the Latencer position over there on that dune, behind that bush. Danny getting spotted out. I wonder if Danny is running binos like we've seen teams do, like Go Hard Safar, playing with those binos very often. Sometimes overextending and getting double tracked, other times making it work. But Who Cares has taken a lot of map control. Danny needs to be careful though, because I don't like the way he's positioned right now. If those bats found an angle on towards him, they could very easily double track him, do a lot of damage towards his position.
Danny here is critical in this
He does have
cooldown.
binos.
Yeah, he's critical in this cooldown. He needs to also take care a lot of his HP, so it's not lost before the time, because if he gets on low HP, that will be a good trigger for Who Cares to do any kind of push. Luti Pavlo is covering his back together with Latencer. Latencer hugged the bush here, as you can see, so he's spotting the lower side of the map, where Gremek and Micmac are if they try to make any moves, and immediately they're spotted.
Latencer gets spotted out as well in his Batcha, though takes only 1 shot of damage for that. So luckily enough for him, not too much lost for that trade. He does spot out the double bat, who seemed to be going for an aggressive play.
But he did lose the spotting position now. So that now gives a lot of opportunity to Who Cares to rotate from the lower side of the map.
6 minutes though. They have done some early damage, but not even nearly significant enough. They need to start the cap soon if they want to do that, if that's the plan. Because Pure needs to be careful there as well in that 5A. But they need to start a cap soon if they want to go for that, because otherwise they just won't have the time.
No, like again, this is a dragged out game, as we said. Like, we expect really long match between these two because they don't have the quick solutions for one another. Pure lost a driver. on this sand dune, but he's well protected by the rest of the team. That doesn't matter. What matters is the time is still ticking away and they're not making any significant progress. But that being said, Latencer is on one shot and dead now.
Latencer getting caught out by double bat shot from the side of Who Cares. This should trigger a response from the side of Savage Squad because they've now lost already one tank. Danny wants to peek out against Santi here, but I don't know if that's going to be worthwhile. At least they have taken one gun advantage. It's very important. Sk1 pushed up in the meantime, took a lot of damage for that, but he did take the position.
Sky1 in this position is critical to control the upper cap, but so carelessly played. He can do it so much better. This is really important to stay alive on this upper plate position.
He's trying to trade with 5As on distance. They have to connect to the Cupola, but he's down so low. He needs to be super careful. This is good stuff from Who Cares. They're now 2,000 HP up. They have some advantage. Raven, in the meantime, is taking some as well in his STRV, trying to set safe. Gremek is clipping on towards his position. Takes one more. Raven needs to be super careful here. The last one misses, but this brings another tank down low as K1 in the meantime is getting shut down by HE.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking all the time. They don't have to really pen him. They can just load HE and spam him until he dies. When he dies, like Savage Squad will just collapse like dominoes. And Raven is on low HP already. We've seen that Patton or STRV in that position are not always the best trade. Andre lost a commander, but lessons learned. He has a medic and he fixed it immediately, healed it immediately.
Still about 2,000 advantage as Pure picks up Sk1 with that HE ammunition we were talking about. Danny trying to do as much damage as he can in the meantime, but they're now 2 tanks down. Andre is down low as well, but the cap should start very soon here for Who Cares if they want to make this play, because they have to push into the guns of Savage Squad. It could still go wrong.
This is a good play by Who Cares so far. This is a good comeback for them in the game. And what I said, I really don't like when teams just play so passive on Sand River. It's just, I don't see this is a way to defend it.
Pavlo in this position might have to push up very soon as double cap pressure is on right now for the side of Who Cares. 43 seconds remain. Another shot taken by Pure though. They need to be careful not to give the advantage back towards the side of Savage Squad. Anything can still go wrong here. Lucky Blast does get spotted out in the STRV, takes damage immediately, forced to back off, but Alpha and Danny in the meantime trading as well. They need to be careful. This is still, it's on a knife edge. Anything could go wrong here right now. And Micmac out in the open. Micmac tracked as well. 87 HP. He needs to get out of there really quickly because this completely evened out the game again, HP-wise at least.
Big player mistakes all over the place here. This is what is deciding these matches at the moment. Lucky Blast taking also another shot, completely annihilating any advantage they possibly had. Now they're forced to make a move. They're trying to take off Danny and his Binos from this position by just having more guns. And Freedom is on the other side, pushing and trying to take over that
Danny
position.
on the move though, picks up Pure, and now Freedom, like you said, on the other side is making a play on towards Andre. He has 2 shots available and he can make the kill here. The question is, does he want to commit for it? He peeks out, he bounces actually, so he can't actually kill Andre anymore. That is devastating for Freedom. Alpha trying to look towards Halu though. He needs to be careful because he's a one-shot. Luti Pavlo in the meantime still in a safe position. Danny and Alpha need to hold on, but Alpha goes down. Gremek taking a lot of damage from the crossing though when they want to go for Luti Pavlo. And I think Mojo, Who Cares, has thrown away too much HP to make this work.
Again, throwing a 1 round. Unbelievable here what we can see in this match. Halu is just holding his hold-on position here. He cannot really push on Danny. He's not in position to do it. Also, Danny is not a one-shot for him. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, Freedom's coming off of reload though in 5 seconds. And I think Halu will be exposed then.
It's not only that, it's minutes and 40 seconds. So they either need to commit and kill everyone or they need to cap. None of the options are available for them at the moment. Luti Pavlo needs to die so they could cap. There we go. Halu is down. 4-4 guns. Savage Squad has double and more advantage in HP. And honestly, they have all the positions they need to hold off. Who Cares? A big throw. A big throw.
Big throw coming out from Who Cares, like Mojo said. Luti Pavlo still with a lot of HP, a lot of time to work with as well, in his case at least. Andre trying to find an angle towards Freedom. Raven is going to be covering that though. I expect him to go down any second even. if he peeks too far. Because Raven, you can see him in the back lines. I don't know if he has render range up and towards that position. He does! And that is Andre gone. That leaves Senti, Lucky Blast, and Meekmag in 50 seconds. Yeah, not really gonna happen. Freedom looking towards Santi as well. He is 529 HP. He is in danger of being high-rolled. Dani, though, with the triple, picking up Santi. Luti, in the meantime, removing Lucky. And that leaves Mikmak with Raven getting the double. And Savage Squad somehow win that round.
Savage Squad is in advantage, as we expected from the start, much more shaky than it should be, but these teams are 7th and 8th in the league at the moment. Same points. I think the only difference is who won who. So, like, technically, although the page says that Who Cares is number 8, I think they should be number 7 because they won the first match. But it can change.
Look at Dani, though,
right
5k.
Now. 5k, okay. Good damage.
Does
something
0 on Cliff, does 5k on Sand River. How
Good
the
average.
tables have turned, you know?
Good average there. Who Cares made good plays in the start, good advantage, and they just threw it away.
Well, a little bit like...
Not hitting all the shells, moving carelessly around the map in some
at least
moments.
they get to defend, though, on mines.
Yeah, they got defense on center. Yeah, next is defense on mines, but that means nothing. We've seen so many 2-0 mines so far. That's really...
I'm just trying to be hopeful here.
Okay, Mr. Positive Glittering person.
You want to bet that Who Cares wins this round?
Jesus, yes, why not?
Okay, that's the easiest bet of my life, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Mojo, why did you do this? Well, I mean, you didn't this time. You didn't say it has to be pink, though.
Oh, damn.
So any options are on the table, dude. It's going to be interesting. Who Cares versus Savage Squad on mines. Who Cares gets to defend. Savage has to attack. It's going to be a hard nut to crack for Savage. I mean, mines defense, one of the best possible options for Who Cares to really bring this back.
I have faith, Savage Squad. This is going to be the best round you ever played on mines so far, just because you need to win it.
Yeah, I don't think so, though. You know, anything can happen, Mojo, but sometimes not today. Let's take a look at the lineups, though, between Savage and Who Cares. Who Cares on the defense, going very aggressive, and Savage on the attack, bringing quite standard with a Type 5 in the mix.
Savage Squad, you have what it takes to win this. You know how to do this. The 20% win rate in attack means nothing because you know you have to do it. You need to make Ducky pay for not believing in you completely.
Well, I mean, Savage has 25% win ratio on attack, but Who Cares has 25% win ratio on defense, so it kind of evens out, which means that Who Cares is in the advantage. They're going to send a bad shot flank around and everything else in the middle, Mojo.
Everything goes to the middle. Savage Squad already took it. Who Cares in a lower position? That's always a good sign, Ducky, because they are in lower position, waiting for Type 5 to come in to the play. Now there is a flanking maneuvers from Who Cares here, and some shabby shooting here coming in from Savage Squad. Come on, guys.
Yeah, Savage Squad in the, decent position here. They are starting to do the damage towards Pure, and I don't know. Savage Squad is starting to bleed heavily here, though, Mojo. I think we need to listen into their team speak and see how they're going to hold on this.
One bullet.
I'll kill 113. I'll kill 113.
Let's go, focus.
Man,
Big Mac, let's go.
Kill Lucky Blast, Lucky Blast,
Lucky Blast.
shoot.
Lucky Blast.
I
I kill.
I finish.
Go this.
Look at
Raven.
You need to shoot him easy. Ski. We still have ski.
Я когда, чувак?
Wait, I'll make damage. I'll make damage.
They'll push bot,
Pushing, heal.
I'm reloading.
Okay, ski, but you need to come in.
Nice.
Oh.
Alpha, now focus the Santi. If you can.
Should hollow.
Я когда еще?
Hollow type, Sky.
Let's. No fucking
Just
good
do.
damage. I'm dead.
Do a shot, come on. Take it.
The fuck, man? 0 damage.
No, мы здесь в капкане были.
Да.
Man, why did you push fucking mid almost?
Да потому что два бата вот тут, которые разряжены.
Ну и что, блядь? Everyone here, man. You push into cross.
Они
Well, Mojo, it seems like your dreams or hope are falling to pieces, just like Savage Squad's tank, as they have 3 remaining versus the 4 from Who Cares. The type is out, the 3 other players are out as well, and the rest are soon to follow them to the grave.
Well, the cohesion on their TeamSpeak definitely tells me they're going to win this round. Not. And this is not ending well. There was a lot of confusion here, and it's not ending. Freedom is the only guy they have left in magical number 1389 HP. He will totally kill them all.
Well, you better hope he's going to kill them all, because otherwise, it's not going to end well. Andre now takes a shot from Alpha, trying to, you know, bring the dream. But what can
I'm
Freedom
totally
do?
okay if he takes another shot.
Freedom already takes the first shot, though. That's from Micmac from the side. And now the tanks from Andre Halu will be watching towards him, trying to find him.
The amount of guns on Who Cares side is not really cool to watch, especially when you have a bet going on. I don't know why I took it, man. But Micmac is down because he was greedy. That's the way to do it. Oh.
And Alpha is down as well, and that leaves 3 tanks for the side of Who Cares, and they're gonna group up. They're gonna close this round. Andre wants it. Everybody else wants it as well. I want it, Mojo, for that matter. Andre with the triple. That makes it 3-2 in favor. Still of Savage Squad, but you know.
It was time for you to win some bet.
Yeah,
at least.
that's what they all say.
Sometimes.
This is exactly what happened with me and Ryan, man.
You just didn't pay attention, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
Alpha.
Alpha. 5k damage, nice. Not enough. The rest of the team pretty much did nothing. There was a lot of suicides also, and I really don't understand the gameplay they did.
I don't know why they
there was-
pushed middle. They had Hill. They had every control.
I have no idea whatsoever what happened there. I expected them to grind down the Who Cares and to just finish the game, but
That's what I thought as well.
and use the Type 5 like against anyone who tries to play cooldown. But whatever. There is always many ways how to lose a round, and this was the really brilliant example of mine. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
This is great. Now, Savage Squad gets to defend on mines, though, Mojo. You want to put on my hat? Savage Squad gets to
If it
defend.
goes like this, I'm going to end up with a Tardo hat, you know?
Savage Squad. For that matter, we didn't even say what you had to wear. So, I mean, you know, I could dress your entire outfit if I really wanted to.
No, you can't. There are limits.
You always have to be specific, Mojo. I already tried
I'm very
to teach
specific.
you
No.
this. You have to be specific. in
I'm
what
very
you want.
specific. No.
No, it's, you know, that's not in my dictionary.
No means no and not yes, Ducky. Look it up in dictionary.
I don't have one. I'm sorry, dude. But now Savage Squad gets to defend. They should technically win this.
Well, technically, Savage Squad should take this round now, but technically we've seen them how they play the last one, so I'm just gonna stay silent and watch what happens here.
Well, they're playing with the GC again, and then a passive lineup behind it.
They
So-
have a light tank, GC. I wonder, but there is a light tank also coming in from attacking side of Who Cares, so there is no way this light tank will try to climb up on a mountain. He will actually have to go down to the water side. But there is also danger in there because they can spot anything trying to follow him.
Well, Lucky Blast is going to set up to spot the 1-2 line. He might pull a Yizne.
He's actually trying to climb up.
He is trying to climb up. Lucky Blast is going to go straight down the 1-2 line and take control over that. Already the T100 crossing over. He didn't even get spotted for that.
Yeah, they know someone was there in some moment, but I have no idea where. But really important thing here for Savage Squad, they have Arti, so they can splash this cap quite a lot if it comes to that, and Ani is controlling the upper part of the mountain. Now Ski One should really start falling down from here. I mean, being a monument on the top of the mountain, yeah, you can get shot to pieces like this.
Lucky Blast did get spotted out now. Andre gets connected by artillery, though, down to 1k. The thing is that this T100 is actually not going to do anything versus that IS-4.
Yeah, he can't pen it like he has premium AP rounds. It's just not even closely enough to do anything unless he shoots the back of these tanks.
Yeah, Danny made a spotting check there. Ooh, they are going to put 3 guys on the cap. So RD will be vital to reset this.
RT will be pretty much only one who can reset this because they have no control whatsoever on the other side of the map. Lucky Blast is controlling it, so there is no crossfire. RT has to reset, and if it doesn't happen, there will be no reset.
Alpha does have a shell available. 30 seconds remain. He needs to get this reset. Latence in the meantime takes the connection though. Pure takes 1-2. Can Artie successfully reset this? Can he do it for 8 minutes straight?
Well, we've seen it happen more than once, but 20 seconds to go in, and he should have a shell any second now. Now, the mouse is not even an interesting part for him. He needs to connect on these 1-1-3s, 19, 18 seconds, and there is no reset. So there will have to be some kind of play by heavy tanks, because there is no one else now who can reset, maybe except Raven. And Raven doesn't have an angle because of a mouse.
There is a reset now on towards the mouse, and Raven actually gets the double splash on towards Mikmak and Gremek with H3 ammunition.
Unbelievable. Lucky even. Now we need to see, will RNG serve the RT? Will Alpha actually manage to connect the shot? It matters, because as I said already, mouse is not the one he needs to shoot.
Yeah, Raven needs to be careful not to go down here though. He's down to 461 HP. It's the T100 that keeps spotting him out. There is the connection from RT though. Splashes both of them. Great stuff. Now he has time to reload, but it will only be a few seconds to spare though.
Yeah, the only thing on the other thing to matter is Raven's HP. Raven is on 37 HP now. If he falls, and this is definitely what happened, Lucky Blast take him with his light. There is no secondary reset tool anymore here for Savage Squad side.
No, Latence in the meantime is taking a lot of damage in the IS-4 as well for peeking out. Drops down to 406 HP. Alpha just about comes off reload. He gets the connection on towards the IS-4 though, but in the meantime, Freedom coming from behind the hill. Halu makes the connection, and Savage Squad is starting to take the middle area, but they still need to reset. Alpha won't be reloaded.
16 seconds to go, but this is definitely a possibility. Danny dies a drive-by shooting. He's chased here by Andrei from the hill. I still don't understand how did Who Cares allow them to push from the other side like this.
Yeah, Danny coming all the way around. We didn't even notice that. Lucky Blast now starting to push up against Latence, but he gets struck immediately. He needs to pick up Latence, but he needs 2 shots for it. It's just not going to happen. He bounces. Danny goes down in the meantime towards Santi, but the cap is off. Sk1 in the E3 has shown up to show Lucky Blast the power of that E3. And now they have 3 tanks in the cap. Well, 2 tanks in the cap. But it's not going to work anymore.
It's not going to work anymore. They threw the chance they had. Now they're playing against RT plus 4 tanks. And they're not really in control of the map anymore. Biggest problem here is how on earth did they just allow those tanks to pass from the village and attack them from the backside? Like, that was a huge misplay. Huge.
And they still have 4 tanks left against 4 real combat tanks as well for the side of Savage Squad. But HP not looking good, positions not looking good. RT will be picking them off one by one if he gets the opportunity to do so. Santi and Andre are starting to flank around though.
Yeah, but the only chipped guy here is Latencer. He's in cooldown position. Luti is monitoring the middle with his mouse, so there is no one who can actually just go and attack Freedom unspotted, and then you will have RT and Freedom with a full clip defending himself. And there we go, already Gremek is spotted, so he knows there is a rotation coming in from the Who Cares. Now, Who Cares, the only thing they can do is maybe attack from the other side, and they're trying to sneak one guy. Santi's trying to go and get back angles on these guys before they actually notice it.
Well, there is still Sk1 in that E3 though, in that area. It's going to be hard for them to deal with that one. Freedom in the reload right now, 12 seconds left. Santi gets spotted out by Luti Pavlo. This is important for them, but I don't know how Who Cares is going to do this. Like, I don't know. They have 4 minutes left. No tanks anymore. Santi taking damage now as well. Taking even more in that TVP. Trying to trade with Freedom on the hill. Freedom's happy with that, because obviously the higher alpha. Santi's now down low as well. Artie tried to come in there. Sk1 from the back lines. Gets the double. Mikmak and Santi, the last 2 guys standing. And Savage Squad, Mojo, they're doing it on their defense. Gonna go to match point.
Yeah, they will go to the match point. This is definitely their round. Solid play by decapping. Really, really, really sloppy one by Who Cares about not monitoring their own backs. Mikmek is on low HP, 1 shot here. He's gonna be picked up by Luti, Pavlo, Santi. Well, he can just drive around a bit, reload the clip, maybe fire one more shot. But this round is lost, and we will switch to Ruinberg rather quickly.
Who's attacking first on Ruinberg?
Who cares?
Okay, not good.
They played a total of 2 games on Ruinberg in this season, and they lost both. That was in the last match they played.
Well, with K1 picking up the final kill, that makes a match point for Savage.
This black lace is really special.
This is something.
Yeah, it's
If
synergy, man.
Lauter was here, he'd say Clown Fiesta.
He's a clown, so he should know it. But Ruinberg here coming in freedom, 4.2k damage. Very
stuff.
nice play by the 50B, man. Like you can rarely see 50Bs except when Kazna is using them on mines in defense.
Yeah, but that flank, like going around, clipping out on the Type 5, the mouse pushing mid in the meantime, Danny going all the way around, getting the reset even.
I have no idea how they didn't spot any of that. Like mainly how they didn't control the 50B. Like I can understand the light tank can sneak by, he can go in a back reset and whatever, but to let go entire 50B to clip in your teammates back, just nonsense.
Well, a lot of pressure on that cap, but now Ruinberg coming out, who cares, has to attack, and that seems like a bad thing.
They definitely don't know to play this map, so unless some kind of crazy YOLO surprises Savage Squad, I don't see how will Who Cares win this round. We predicted 5-3 for Savage Squad. At the moment, I must say, it does look to me like 5-2, but show us better, please.
Well, defense from Ruinberg is not the hardest thing in the world to do.
Defense is definitely not the hardest thing, and Savage Squad is doing it. But you can mess up everything. We've seen it many times over, especially in this match. So there is potential for everyone. And also we've seen there is always a lot of rotational potential on Ruinberg. So who cares if they maybe make up some sneaky plan? We've seen a lot of surprise attacks that can work and that doesn't involve a huge tactical knowledge that can progress through the length of the game. If you do a good surprise in a start on Ruinberg, you can pretty much win the game.
That is true. Defensive side for Savage, double I7-113, bad mouse and double 50B, but a lot of heavies on the attack for Who Cares.
6 heavies. When you have I7s, that usually means you want to push middle with them. That's usually, but what do you want to do then with the mouse and 2 113s? That's the important question. Do you want to push together with them, or you maybe want to push a separate cat, like the upper cap, position mouse and 113s behind to play against it? Now we will see what will they choose to do there, because if they go from the lower side, it's gonna be rather strange.
Well, they're sending only Pure in the middle and the mouse. Santi and Gremic are taking a little bit of a alternative route to not get spotted so early on. This is what we saw Kazna do as well, I think it was. Holding off from pushing the middle just a little bit. In the meantime, Savage Squad is going to start taking control over that zero line though, with Danny and SK1.
Yes, their squad is doing what they're supposed to, taking the control there. They left 2 tanks in total, expecting the push from the upper cap, which is not coming. So first part of Who Cares plan that they will actually divide the forces of Savage Squad worked. But now we need to see them execute and actually do some damage based on that.
Well, now all the tanks from Who Cares get spotted out. So Danny and SK1 need to be careful in those IS-7s. They're actually just going to hold their position as Halu, Gremic and Senti cross through the middle. And the fight is going to have to start very soon as Halu takes already a lot of damage. Latencer and Raven need to be careful though. And I don't know, Mojo, is it going to work?
They are actually making it so far working, but I think we can hear them on TeamSpeak and see what they think about it.
Yeah, I think we need to listen into Who Cares TeamSpeak as the fight's about to break out everywhere.
Aus lewej, uwaga.
Nisy, no chyba nic nie flupy.
Co?
Chodź Senty, schowaj się.
Patrz,
Ja,
nie plecy.
Ja mam 15 sekund.
Szybko, bo zaraz Barczy tam dojedzie.
No,
Powierzę.
nie wiem, potem jakbyś cofnął
Musicie
jakbyś
agresywnie
sobie
tymi kisami.
No,
Ja
ale
wiem,
my nie możemy agresywniej.
no bo my nic nie zrobimy, no.
A my też nic nie zrobimy.
Dobra,
Ja
fajnie.
wiem, że- 500
No
kurwa
wychylaj,
30.
Andrzej przebijaj, daj Nikseka, no kurwa.
Kliknijcie coś na sklepie.
Daj Nikseka napierduj, on tu kurwy nędzy, no. Co ty robisz?
jest
No
mocno.
jeb go, kurwa,
Frontalnie.
Wy...
Mogę ci go wychylić, co to cały muszę wychylić.
Well, Mojo, I think the TeamSpeak says it all. It's not going well.
Well, they did take out Sky1 finally, but Dani is still alive, down one shot. 2 guns down, so there is something going here for the Who Cares. Latencer is coming in with a full clip. That should usually mean that one of the guys from Who Cares now is gonna drop.
It is, but it's getting a little bit more even now, especially with Latencer taking that connection there. It's not over yet. They're actually bleeding a lot of HP. Raven finally picks up Gremek. It's now a 5v5, but the HP swinging back in favor of Who Cares.
Who Cares? 8.2k, Savage Squad 6.9, and a lot of Savage Squad guys are on low HP. That's the main problem for them. There is a chance that actually Who Cares picks up this round, because they, although played super slow and Savage Squad had all the positions, they just didn't make the plays. I don't understand why Latencer didn't go through the city and just gank them in the back.
Yeah, now Pure is in a little bit of an exposed position though, as Alpha is making some great connections on towards his tank. That's already 2 for Alpha, none for Pure so far. Lutti Pavlo now moving towards the bottom side, spots out Mikmak as well in that bad shot. Tries to get the connection on towards the side of the turret. Mikmak's actually going to try and play up and over against Lutti Pavlo here. I don't know if this is actually going to work out. He's going to take one connection, driving into the middle road, down to 463 HP. Lutti is going to say thank you very much for that. And the trades are still going on in the meantime, but Freedom seems to have found Lucky Blast, at least for one connection. Raven goes down towards Mikmak though, and that's crucial. Mikmak's now down towards a one-shot, but the HP, they're losing so much. Lutti Pavlo really needs to get into this fight right now.
But Lutti is losing at the moment to Pure, because Pure now can play cooldown against him. And wow, he actually managed to pull him down. Like Alpha managed to connect from upper part. So we have Lutti, Freedom, and Latencer 3-on-3.
Freedom manages to get Lucky Blast into a truck and pick him up. Santi, Andre, and Mikmak, the last 3 standing. Freedom's on reload. Latencer's on reload as well. So Santi's going to try and pick up Freedom in that AMX 50B, and he will. That makes it a 2v3 now. Mikmak is about to come off reload. Lutti Pavlo gets tracked by Andre, and I think Who Cares has just about done it as Mikmak picks it up. That leaves just Latencer on the run, but I don't think he's going to be able to run far. He has a lot of work to do to actually win this.
Unbelievable. Are we going to watch same reprisal between these two? Because Savage Squad had a match point and then they lost to Who Cares in photo finish. Unbelievable.
Latencer now looking towards Andre's position. He doesn't know Mikmak's coming on the flank, and Senti is already closing the distance. So I don't feel that this is going to work out really well for Latencer. Tries to get the first connection. He actually does. The second one doesn't, though. That leaves Mikmak with approaching angles. Senti's getting really close, though. Latencer only has one more remaining. Senti's going to close it out. No, he actually just tracks him, but he cannot run anymore from this position. Gets struck by Mikmak. Mikmak maybe coming with the finish, or Santi. Nope, Mikmak it is with the multi-kill.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. That is the first game won here by Who Cares. If we had a bet, but who will take a bet here? Like, that would just not happen, even if you're not paying attention whatsoever. Who Cares? I would not even say I really like this tactic, and I thought Savage Squad has everything they need to finish this defense, but they just misplayed in part of the gunfire. And although they had those I7s in cooldown, they were taken
really
out.
Didn't do anything in that game, in his bad shot.
Yeah, there was a huge misplay there, because in one moment he started going for the city and he was supposed to go and clip them out in the back.
He could have just clipped the mouse from behind.
Yeah, for free. I don't understand what stopped him, what kind of command. Did someone say anything or whatever? But as usual, Who Cares TeamSpeak? 10 out of 10 award for TeamSpeak. Quality stuff there, guys.
Great.
Good Polish lessons also.
Yeah. But now Savage has to attack on Ruinberg.
Savage has to attack here on Ruinberg now. I mean, we've just seen, yeah, of course it's doable. And Who Cares is definitely not the best team on this map, so Savage Squad still can close it down. So there is a chance they can still close it down. But of course, by the level of the play they show now, maybe it's not going to be so easy.
No, I mean, losing Ruinberg defense, though, as well as something that makes you angry.
Something makes you angry. Also, they have very nice 0% of win rate in attack.
But
so this is not something that works in their favor. And okay, of course, Who Cares has 0% in their defense, so they're really
and
equal.
their attack.
They're really equal in there. But yeah, but they just won their first round, man. That's a huge morale boost.
Exactly. That's why Savage Squad could now win their first round as well, you know? Anything is possible.
Nice hat, man.
Mate, please.
Get jiggy with it.
Coming from the guy wearing Girls' Night Out, that's a good one.
Hey, come on. It's cool tie.
Mhm.
Look.
You're probably gonna wear it when you're at home.
I'm gonna wear it when I go out, man.
Wouldn't actually surprise me.
Exactly, see?
I don't think I'm gonna be wearing this when I go out though.
Why? You're gonna be an attraction.
Yeah, that doesn't always mean it's a good thing.
Depends.
I mean,
Depends.
it's cute here. I just don't know how cute it'd be on the street. You know what I mean?
We're in Poland, right?
So,
Don't. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Stavchko's winning this. I think they're gonna lose this one, go to Prokhorovka and lose 5-4. That's how I feel.
We said already, if it comes to Prokhorovka, who cares should have an advantage. They're playing it better, they're more aggressive, they have better rotations there, so Savage Squad needs to do something to win attack now. And they need to close this match somehow. Now, this match, if they manage to win this now, they will have 7 points, and they're still good. So they can play against the Suba later and maybe hold the 6th position. But if this go to tiebreaker and they win or lose, it's a gamble. And I think Suba will still overtake both of them.
I don't know. I think like they really need clean points here.
Clean points. Nothing else works for them. I think everything else will just help Suba, who is currently number 6th. And he has a good track record against both of these. And that's just going to be that.
Yeah, if they pick up a clean win here, though, that would put them on 7. The Suba's on 5. So then, in case it goes to a tiebreaker with Suba, then at least they can stay 1 point ahead.
Yeah, Suba has a victory so far against both of these. So they won, who cares, clean 5-3 and tiebreaker win against Savage Squad 5-4. But still, win is a win. So in any kind of matchup, they're ahead.
That's true. That is true, Mojo. Very, very good words of wisdom. Do you have any more words of wisdom to share? You know, with your slightly elevated age. I said slightly, okay? Slightly. You know, you could like educate us as young people, you know, as teenagers.
Always very pink with a smile, Ducky.
Am I not smiling?
Yeah.
I'm only smiling because I'm sitting next to you, dude.
Oh, that's so cute, man. We're waiting for a player, so there is too much of affection coming out here. I'm gonna start to blush. I don't know, is it because of lack of AC or because you are so hot and being next to me, man? Come on.
I don't know, man. I think it's a combination of the two, to be honest.
I'm
Thinking
voting
about
for AC, but whatever.
I better see some Kappa Prides when I watch this back, to be honest.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cloudy with that. But never mind. There you go. There you go. Better angle. Better.
That's very nice,
Better
Mojo.
angle.
That's very nice. That's
Totally
amazing.
Vogue.
Okay, we were about to get underway, though, with the last round of regular time at the very least. I'm saying that Savage lose this. Go to tiebreaker. Lose on Prokhorovka.
That's what I said before. But
I
never
said this
mind.
before as well.
Okay, copy pasta.
I don't know. I strongly believe they're going to play similar to what Who Cares did, but it's hard to make it work. Like, even Who Cares could have very easily lost that round.
Honestly, if Latenster played it out to the fullest, they would. They would 100% lose it. But who cares? Classic defense, 2 FVs, sniping potential. On other hand, we need to see what actually Savage Squad wants to do. In my eyes, the best is when you actually try to surprise enemy on this map. But yeah, you can sometimes win with a pure brawl.
Well,
And this is exactly what they're trying, a pure brawl.
Well, they're going straight through the middle with their IS-7s. I guess Alpha is going to be covering them from the middle road. Here we go. IS-7s already making their way down, already taking the first connection even as well on towards Freedom. Like we said, Alpha in that FE215B is just going to be playing the middle ramp. And Who Cares right now, trying to shut down these IS-7s, but only doing 2 shots of damage. Losing a lot of control for it, though.
Rarely you can see them do more than that. The main problem is how to stop Latencer if he tries to clip out now on the Lucky Blast. Lucky Blast will not have a greatest support there. Only Andre is in position.
Lucky Blast gets spotted out already in the T100 light tank. These IS-7s looking for the connections. Not finding it yet, though. Freedom Dani also looking. No connections so far. They really need to do the damage to this T100. That's 4 misses already.
Lucky Blast still intact here, while there is a slow HP coming out of Savage Squad. About 2k, a bit less, 1.6k advantage here for Who Cares, but this is still nothing. If Lucky Blast falls, that can be all annihilated. But Latencer again getting wrecked for free this will pretty much break Savage Squad.
Even a bounce coming off of that third of the T100. Lucky Blast got tracked, got held, and this is not looking good for Savage whatsoever. They didn't find the T100. They won't have an opportunity to spot him again, and now they need to win the fight somehow, and the T100 is just going to chip away on their side for the rest of the game.
And Micmac is finally coming in with his mouse, and he is going to be a part of the game. Raven is down on one shot, and there is no friend who can help him. He's just perma-tracked and taken out by Lucky Blast, as Ducky said. And this is going really, really bad for Savage Squad.
It is going bad for Savage Squad indeed. Danny trying to find a shot on towards Micmac. He actually does. Micmac's on fire. That's the FP215B from Alpha coming into effect. They need to be careful here not to overextend. Lucky Blast is trying to do what he can in that T100, but it's only a tier 10 light. Santi taking damage, Micmac taking more. He might actually go down for this at the very least. Lucky Blast still trying to do what he can. The push is now coming out from Who Cares. They need to be careful because they're going into the Lion's Den right now. And Danny picks up Halu in the FE215B. Who Cares? Be careful because you're starting to lose the trade. Luti Pavlo now flanking around the side as well. Andre taking damage from the middle. And I don't believe... Finally, they get a kill in return. Luti goes down. Alpha did very well, though, from that middle road.
5 guns still remaining here for Who Cares, and they're still defending. But the main problem for them at the moment is Sky1. But Sky1, if he falls now and he's on one shot, I think Lucky Blast will charge him any second and try to finish him. If he finishes him, that's it. That's GG.
That is indeed very true. Danny gets a nice connection on towards Pure in that mouse in the meantime. Freedom still behind the wreck. Danny getting connected from Lucky Blast, who's already on 3k damage. Pure picks it up, though. Now he's switching on towards Freedom. K1 picks up Gremek in the FE215B, though. That's going to trigger Lucky Blast to go up and over on towards his position. The triple for that T100. And yes, it looks close, but with Alpha going down and Freedom, the last guy, standing, not killing that T100, really kicking Savage in the back here. And that is going to be tie-breaker because both these teams did not manage to win out in regular time. And Who Cares comes back from a 4-2 deficit.
Wow, again, a tiebreaker between these two. History completely repeats. And in a last tiebreaker, it was Who Cares who won. And
Who won the quickest attack here? Let's think about it. Who won the quickest attack, you think?
Oh, dear
Cliff?
God.
Cliff wasn't quick. Cliff was not quick at all. There was 6 seconds left.
Yeah.
Sun River,
Was
both,
also slow.
Sun River, both team won the defenses.
Defense.
Then we went on to Mines.
Defenses.
Both team won the defenses. And on Ruenberg,
Must be Ruinberg then.
has to be Who Cares.
Who Cares
that
picks
gets to
the
pick
side on Prokhorovka.
Yep.
So they're gonna pick defense. Well, why would you pick an attack on Prokhorovka? If you wanna charge on Prokhorovka, you can still do it from any side. Who cares?
That is true. But the defense gets into the middle quicker.
Exactly. So Who Cares? You probably pick a side. Nice damage here by Lucky Blast. Nice amounts of kills. Also 3.5k, 3 kills. Crucial moment for his team. And that's we saw from the first-person camera why is that position so important to take out. Latencer again on a second round on Ruinberg. Not the best performance.
Trying to spot that T100, but 0 connections on towards this position. At least 8 or 9 shots, not finding. He's very low to the ground, though, so it's very difficult to get those effectively. And that's why the bot has to spot him. But if the bot charge goes down, it's not much you can do.
Engagement came pretty close in one moment, but still there was already that initial advantage because they managed to drop Raven for free and they still had Latencer and Raven down. And yeah, Who Cares is deciding which side they want. And Lucky Blast was constantly shooting those nasty shots in the sides of i7. So yeah, i7 is really nicely armored and sloped tank, but when you shoot from the front, when you shoot an AP in a side or in the back, it doesn't work. You can always win.
So Who Cares is defending as we predicted on Prokhorovka. I mean, Savage Squad has to attack. This is going to be an interesting one. I think we both stand by the prediction that they lose out now.
Yeah, I think that Who Cares... I mean, we've seen how they play it. They just play for middle dominance and they react. And Savage Squad proved us on Mines already that they don't focus out the best in such moments.
Well, it is what it is. You know, if you have match point on 4-2 in Ruinberg defense and you lose it, this is where you get tiebreaker. And even if they win it, they're going to lose 1 point, for sure.
Exactly. This is a situation where they already were with Who Cares. They also had a match point before and they also lost in tiebreaker. Okay. This maybe happen different. I mean, there is a chance for them to win now, of course. But by current display, I don't like the odds.
No, me neither, dude. Me neither. Let's see what the lineups tell us, though, in the way both these teams are going to play. Because we know Who Cares is usually that middle engagement team, you know?
They usually charge it up, and let's see. And no, there is no difference here. It's gonna be a fight in the middle, I would say. But in this moment, Who Cares actually has 2 I7 tanks, and they have 3 Bachats. So that tells me maybe they want to even let Savage Squad charge into them and flank them with Bachats.
So, you sticking with Who Cares?
Yeah, I think Who Cares should win this round.
Well, here we go. The 5A is going towards the middle. Both Bachas are actually following them as well, so it looks like a straight up and over from Savage Squad.
Yeah, and on the other hand, we have Bachats from the Who Cares, from the other side, the village side. So as I said, I really think they want to literally... Oh my god, they will... If Latenser crosses, he's going to be alone against these 3 guys who are waiting for him.
They didn't even get spotted because they were waiting in the bushes. And now Latenser on the run. These Bachas are still holding their nerves, waiting for the correct moment to go in. Latenser is now coming back in towards the city, and if he keeps going down, here we go, though. This is already the engagement from coming out from Savage Squad. They've now seen the bats. Latenser is coming over from the side. They're focusing on towards Andre and Halu's position already from the beginning. If they can make these kills before the Bachats come in, this could be Savage Squad already taking such an advantage. Andre down towards the one shot. Latenser picks it up with the double. Here comes the Bachat from Who Cares, though, but it's a little bit too late as Micmac gets absolutely deleted within seconds by the fire from the 5A, and Who Cares tried to make a trap, but it's not gonna work as Savage Squad wasn't messing around. They went straight up and over, removed 2 guns before anything even started, and now all they have to do is focus the fire on towards the tanks from Who Cares as the Batshots run out of ammunition, they run out of steam, and Gremek is left without friends and in a world of hurt. Gonna go down here, and this is Savage Squad actually bringing the pain.
The history is definitely not repeating in this case. They managed to overmatch. They didn't hesitate for a second. Why didn't you do it on mines when it was needed? But now, but never mind. This will bring you really needed points.
Very crucial points.
Yeah, and Savage Squad will cleanly win this Prokhorovka round at least and end this marathon of long games between them.
Yeah, it was one hell of a series between these two, but it has come to a conclusion with Savage Squad edging themselves forward. They had a 4-2 lead. It came back to 4-4, but in the end of the day, they are going to pick up 2 vital points in the competition from that lower side. They will put themselves into spot number 6 after this, which is important.
But nothing is still decided because of this, because now they just have like 6, 5, and 5 points, these last 3 teams. Still all together on one really tight spot. Lucky Blast. Sorry, mate. It was a brilliant round on Ruinberg, but it's just not going to repeat here. Whether by death or by cap, this round is going to end any second now.
Yeah, 4 seconds left and 3 seconds for Freedom's reload. The cap has been concluded, and it is Savage Squad. Freedom misses the shot, but Lucky Blast rams into him for the triple. And that is Savage Squad 5-4.
Unbelievable, but yeah, we are often wrong, so why not even this time? 5-4, Savage Squad.
Well, Who Cares was hoping that Savage doesn't go straight up and over and then do it themselves when the bots came into the fight.
They were hoping that there will be some kind of first initial exchange and they will actually engage themselves. But I don't know, man.